Hi, my name is Mary, and we're here at our home that was built in 1964. We have lived here for about 7 years, and we were really drawn to the home for the beautiful setting and because it was really well constructed. We're the second owner, and the original owner was a local contractor and also a master carpenter, and he built a really well constructed home, which meant a lot to me as an engineer. When my husband and I were looking to move from our previous home, and we decided it was time to move away from the flats near the creek, which would flood every winter when there was rain. Having worked in the energy efficiency and climate change space for 35 years, was very well aware that that was not a sustainable location. So we were looking for some place that was a little bit up out of the flats, had no lawn for water conservation, and was well constructed that would allow us to install some solar and do other energy upgrades to really build a sustainable long-term home. So come on in and let me show you some of the energy efficiency features that we have in the home. So here we are in the living room, and I'll tell you a little bit about the features we have here that are energy efficient for the home. The original construction was 1964. There were single pane aluminum frame windows and doors throughout, so we had those replaced with high efficiency double pane windows and doors. And one of the features that I noted that I really liked about the home was that the original owner took care about making sure there was a good passive solar for the home. Again, this is a southern facing exposure, but if you'll notice, we have an overhang over these large windows so that in the summer, when the sun is up high, the sun does not penetrate into the space at all. So there's no heating, hot summer, we can keep the place cool. But in the winter, as the sun goes down farther in the southern sky, we get a lot of southern sun all the way into the space, providing a lot of passive heating for us. So I wanted to tell you all a little bit about our heating and air conditioning system. We originally had a ducted system with a large forced air furnace and air conditioning. The home originally had air conditioning. So we converted that about 5 years ago to a heat pump. Heat pumps are great. I monitor looking at our thermostat, which I have as an app on the phone. I can adjust the temperature, I can change schedules. I can also importantly look at the history of how the system has operated, and I can confirm that we have not had any gas use of the backup heat. Come on down, we're going to go downstairs to the mechanical room, which is my favorite room in the house, or one of them anyway. So this is where we have the water heater and the air handler. So you can see, as I mentioned, we have the existing furnace here, but we have the refrigerant lines coming in from the heat pump outside, so basically all the heating and cooling is done that way, and the furnace sits there and doesn't do anything. This is a gas water heater, which will be replaced tomorrow with a heat pump water heater, so we're excited about that. And we have an issue of electrical capacity. We only have 125 amp service in the home, and it is maxed out. So what we're doing with the heat pump water heater is installing a shared circuit 120 volt heat pump water heater, which will operate on a basic 110 plug outlet. So we did not need a new circuit. We didn't need a 30 amp circuit. We didn't need any electrical work. Welcome to our kitchen. We installed an induction cooktop, which is lovely. We opted for a vent that can be lowered or raised depending upon whether or not you need it. And we also, of course, have an electric oven, which also works really well. We upgraded to a nice, efficient dishwasher, which only uses 2.8 gallons of water per load. And we have installed LED lighting throughout the kitchen, and all of it is on dimmers, so we can lower the light as needed. This is our laundry room, and the washer and dryer are both electric, and the washer is a front-load, low-flow washing machine. For convenience, I've put up a chart of the time of use rate schedule that we're on to remind myself and my husband that we want to operate electric equipment, particularly high users like the dryer, during off-peak times and avoid peak periods when electricity is more expensive and the grid is dirtier at that time also. We have installed throughout the home for water conservation low-flow shower heads, low-flow faucets, and that allows us to really minimize the water we're using. I also have installed a flume water meter that measures the water flow to the whole house. And it is a great feature to catch potential leaks, to make sure there's no water being used when we don't know about it. And it's also a great way to monitor your husband taking long showers, because you can see minute by minute how long he's in the shower. Welcome to the garage. We have some carbon-free features here. 2 electric vehicles. We do have a level 2 charger. This is a Siemens VersaCharge. It actually has the capacity to change the output from about 2 amps to 30 amps. So at 30 amps you get your 7 kilowatts to the car. The reason we chose this one is because we only have a 125 amp panel to the home. And so we wanted, if we ran into any issues with a 30 amp charger, we wanted to be able to ramp it down and have a lower circuit rating for the car charger. We have a very long driveway down to the road, and to upgrade the actual wire to increase the service to 200 amps or whatever was going to be very, very expensive, require a new trench and a new conduit. So we've been living with the 125 amps. So I'll tell you a little bit about our defensible space and fire safety work that we've done. We've installed rocks here and some beautiful metal sculptures. We also do make sure we keep our trees trimmed and the low branches raised. And when the fire inspectors come by, we usually get A+ ratings on our defensible space. Another fire safe feature of the home is that we have stucco siding, which is very fire resistant. We have spent a number of years making all of these changes to our home to make it sustainable and carbon-free long-term. It has been challenging with the 125 amp panel, but I would encourage all of you who have that same issue that there are solutions, and there are ways to make good selections to allow you to upgrade your home to electric.